Every other video is fine.
Okay, great.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah. But that's good.
Hey, look. I'm not Bensei on the Bensei channel.
Did you start my stream?
No.
Did you?
No.
No?
No.
Seems like you did.
No.
It seems like you pressed a button.
I didn't press no button.
I didn't press a button.
We're here. We're
Great.
live. We're thriving.
Hi guys, how's it going?
Nobody's here.
Yeah, not yet.
Man, I'm muscly. Grr. Oh, 3 people came in. As soon as I showed my muscles off, they loved it. Hi, guys. Oh my gosh, hi.
Hi friends.
Everybody says I pressed the button, but I didn't press the button.
I'm
it was you.
really confident that
It
you
was
pressed
him.
the button because
He
I
pressed
didn't
the
touch
button.
it. Because I wasn't ready to go live yet. But here we are now.
We're live.
Hi guys, how's it going?
We're live.
Honey, I love you. You just occupy them. I'm gonna keep working.
Hi, guys. I missed you so much. It's been forever.
It's been...
It's been a while.
Oh, I was gonna say 1 week, but yeah, sure.
It's been some days since you something. Oh my gosh, look at all the people that are saying hello.
Hi guys.
Oh my gosh, it's 40 people.
Yeah, we're vibey. I was gonna say, it's a Monday. People should be at work right now.
People are so nice. They say hi.
Oh, and I
Ethel.
figure I'll hang out with you guys for a second while I do all my chores so that maybe you can get yours done too.
The person called me cute.
You are.
I'm cute.
I'm glad they recognize. Glad they know ball.
It's been a long way since you looked at me. Yeah. Hi, Echo. Hi, everybody. Oh, me. Y'all should make a meteor hammer. You are
I
cute.
keep getting asked for a meat ear hammer.
Yeah, I
I think
think
that's vile.
it's hilarious. You should do like a Lady Gaga.
Oh.
Like put a T-bone steak on the meteor hammer and then just like keep whacking it
Okay.
on the grill.
Okay. That sounds menacing. I am happy to do that.
Oh, thank you so much. BB, cute. Heart.
Hi guys.
Hurts. I'm secretly at work right now. Nobody should know I'm here. We are having a house cleaning and chore stream. This is my house, and I have the most wonderful man in the world who knows that dishes make me panic. And also that
Trash.
my
Also, cat litter.
and my nails, they get all ruined, and I just am proud to have such a sweet, lovely man. But I take care of everything else. Like, I do all the counters, I do the bathroom, I do the living room, I do the vacuuming, I do the dusting. I take care of everything else. We're a good team. Go team! Hello, everybody. Oh my gosh, look, some of these people I noticed from my channel.
Vibes.
Like, hang on, wait, go back. Vertiges. I can't say that, I'm sorry. I know that you're from my channel too. Big hearts, thanks. Hi, Bensei and Lady.
Hi guys.
I'm from Czech. I suppose you can do poi. I can do poi. Hyperloop trick. Yes, I can do a hyperloop trick.
Sounds like you're getting asked for poi tutorials, honey.
Meteor hammer is so cool. I've used it for many years. What time is it for us? Like 4 almost?
Thereabouts.
I love your hair. It's so pretty. Oh, thanks. We match. The most wonderful man is the Meteor Hammer Man. Not this mystery man you keep mentioning.
Who's the mystery man?
No, see, the most wonderful man is the Meteor Hammer Man. So who's gonna pop the big question, Echo or Ben? I don't know what question you're talking about.
None of us do. Not a clue. Don't look at me. We gotta get a house first. And then once we
Guys.
get in, we can do the marriage.
We need to get a house so we can live together so I can start working part-time at my full-time job. And then I can start helping Ben with his career and the dojo. And then we could maybe get married. But things are expensive.
Things are expensive. And said with compassion, if we get married and we're not in the same house, you're going to physically explode. you will not function well. And so with the compassion of the man that will be doing the marrying to the woman, I'm not dealing with that in-between time. Love you all so much.
I would
Absolutely
cry, honestly.
I'm not doing that.
If I had a ring on my finger and I wasn't sleeping next to my husband for like the rest of my life, like next to him in the same bed, I'd probably cry.
Yeah.
A
So
lot.
I'm not doing that. House first, then ring.
Can you hit an ice block with an ice block? I think you've done that, baby.
Yeah, I'm gonna be doing it again.
Happy birthday, Brother Dixon!
Brother Dixon.
Dixon
It's the
Myers.
most joyous day! Sorry.
Happy birthday!
Honey, should you take your glasses, and how long do you have before you need to go back to work?
That's a really good question. I work. There's 91 people here.
Yeah.
I want my streams to be like this. Hi. As well as a good future for everybody. You guys are the ones that support this future for happening. So thank you so much. I really appreciate the fact that you guys are just here vibing with us.
Yep.
Like, it means a lot.
Absolutely.
Like, if anything, you guys, if you really want to support our future, you could repost Ben's stuff, share, comment, like, be there like you already are. You guys are amazing. You're literally here. That's all you can do.
If you don't want to tip or pay anything, right? Hi, Emmy! How's it going?
Hi, Emmy.
If you don't want to tip or pay anything, don't. Do the extra work to share and comment and like.
And repost.
Get other people invested in the work, because the thing that works the best for the, again, giving you guys inside ball, right? The things that work the best for monetization of content are about pulling other people to the platform and keeping them there as long as possible. So if you can show Big Papa YouTube or whatever platform it's on that my content brings people to the platform to stay, then that leads to us getting more money and nothing comes out of your pocket. Literally just time. That is, and I love sharing this stuff with them because, like, instead of it being, hi, I'm YouTube Mr. YouTuberson, right? Instead, it's literally, hey guys, this is how this works for me to have a career. Like, this is, thank you so much, I appreciate you. This is how it works for me to have a career. This is what this looks like. And I know there are a lot of people that are hopeful about making their own YouTube careers or social media platform careers. It's hard. This is what you have to do. It has to pull other people to the content, to the platform, and it has to be relatable enough that they stay.
We
That's
are
how
not
it works.
vegan. We need protein.
No, I don't know.
And pea protein hurts my tummy.
You can be vegan. I support your veganism.
Yes.
I am going to eat meat. I
Yeah.
am going to do that. That is a thing that Bensei does. All right.
Okay,
Honey,
I have to
you
go
need
back
to
to
go.
work.
I love
Bye,
you.
I'll miss you, everyone.
I love you. I'm
I
gonna
love
give
you
her
guys.
the crook. Bye. Mwah.
Mwah.
Bye, baby.
Haha. Haha.
Hi,
You
guys.
didn't see me kiss you.
How's it going?
Haha.
Absolutely. Okay. They're amazing. When I crash out, I go to watch videos, make me feel better. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. How's it going, everybody? I did not expect the stream to start. I am really confident that Raven started it. However, if she didn't, that's crazy. How are you, by the way? Don't know if you saw my message. That message. I didn't see that message, Emmy. I am doing great. There's Mecha Chameleon YouTube gift thing. Oh, that's adorable. I'm doing great. Thank you so much for asking, Emmy. I am tired. The reason that I'm doing a stream with you guys today is so that I do the dishes. Like, you understand? It's ever been like that? You're like, hey, I gotta call a friend so that I can actually get my things done that I need to. Like, that's where we are with this. So it's one of those, there's not a lot of dishes. It's just, this needs done, and then the trash needs picked up, and then everything else needs done around the space. So there's a lot to do. It's not the end of the world. Let me pop down. Oh, thank you so much for the gifts. I appreciate you. The ear is amazing. Like, I don't think... Okay, so here's the deal. We're going to talk drama today because I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I am so tired that my normal social media face is just gone, and I'm just going to yap today. There was exactly one Facebook comment that said, that feels unprofessional, and that's not a good look for the piercer to give the first piercing as that. Okay, so no one understands how much we sat, we planned, we plotted to make this happen. While it was on a whim for me, I was working with professionals. So the way that this is set up, First off, the ear feels amazing. Second off, they've got extra long posts in for any swelling that I might have had, which I didn't have any. Oh, thank you so much, Edible Mongoose. I'm a broke bunny, but here's my contribution to the house fund. Thank you, Edible. Thank you so much. Custom earring that you want. If I could send you a custom earring, what would you want? Oh, I need a meteor hammer. Like, I've got a dart, but I need a meteor hammer. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate the donations. You guys are amazing. Make sure chat sends W's. W's in chat for donos. Oh, she brought a kitten.
I got 2 minutes. And also, we were there for, I was thinking about my piercing for literally 2 years.
Yeah.
2 years.
Yeah. So, they put this on extra long posts. They had... and what they did, bye honey. What they did was they put the chain on the post, and then they did a pressure fit cover for the little ball and the dagger. So basically, the way that this is set up is, first off, I can spiral it to change the length of the chain. But the most important part is something that I've already tested, which is when it comes out, right? It pulls the chain, and the chain pulls the pressure fit piece out, and it doesn't rip my ear in half. They did so much planning for this. They're so thoughtful and very clearly very experienced. The cat's name is Ash. Ash is adorable and will probably be around here attacking my feet soon. But yeah, like, this is just a thing. This is a thing that I have now. It's so weird. But yeah, meteor hammer. I want a little meteor hammer head, and these are pressure fit posts. So like I can get these taken care of. I can have Raven help me with those. Echo, if you know her online. But yeah, I'm a huge fan of this. And then this opens up talking to you guys about earrings and stuff like that, because like a cute little dangly chain meteor hammer would be adorable. One that's shaped like Spike would be everything. A cute little dragon meteor hammer. You go, and attack people. You'll hit your own cheek, but you know, right? Would be adorable. But yeah, and then obviously I could put hoops in, I could do stuff like, I could put in rings, I can put in little studs so that I don't have to worry about anything. You know what? I am very surprised as well that it's something that I considered getting. So the cool part is, like, it's already so healed that at this point, like, I can sleep on it, I can roll over on it, stuff like that. I'm not having any issues, no pain, no damage. I'm not getting any keloids or scarring. Like, it's fine. It's fine. It's also healing really quickly. But I was like, man, how am I not gonna... Now, I'll tell you my one regret about my piercing. You heard it here first, folks. One regret I have about getting this piercing is that for some dumb reason, I put it on my dominant side. This is the side that I lay on Echo with, right? This is the side that I lean forward for hugs. This is the side, like, this is my dominant side. This is the side that I spar forward with, right? Even if I've got that shoulder covering it, like, this is my dominant side. So I put this side forward for everything, which means I put the piercing forward for everything. Should have considered throwing it on the left side, but it felt like the left side would be entirely too busy with the dreads, and this is the piercing side. It was planned, but also that is my first thought. My first thought is, oops, I put it on my dominant side, which means this is going to be a pain in the butt. Let me go drain this thing real quick. Wait a second. Good sneeze. Okay. All right. Time for this. Hi from Canada, hi from Sweden, hi everybody. Yeah, but now people can see it. I know, right? Like, it's one of those things. It also, I had a little cup in the sink that catches gross. But yeah, right? Hi everybody from everywhere. It's a pleasure to see you all, and it really is. It's a pleasure to have you guys in today. I had considered doing this over on Twitch, but I think I need to do like a big grand post for everybody to let them know that I'm going to start streaming on Twitch. I'm going to start dual streaming, but yeah, I saw the short, looks great. Thank you. What are you guys up to today? Let me see. Hi from slightly to the right of you. Thanks so much. Hi from behind you. Again, literally again, crazy. You've been in here like multiple times. Hurt my back longsword training? No, Eric, I hurt my back doing lifting back. So like I'm right there with you. It's better now, but like, yeah. Scrolling, also cleaning, then martial arts, just chilling, got done being sick. Hey, love that for you. Hate that you were sick, love that you're done with it. Me too. Hi there from Vulcan. That's cool. I guess my fake locations keep getting crazier, I think, but boss doesn't know. Amazing. You guys are just silly. I'm listening to the stream while making my video game. Oh, that's super cool. Simulation needed. Huge fan. That's a vibe. Feel free to let us know more about that as we go through chat. Watching video about mental health. That's a great call. That's a great call. Currently working on very tedious translation. Ugh. Greetings. How's the day? I'm curious. As you saw my comment, I was wondering if you do a chain-only Meteor Hammer video. That video is coming out, I think, within the next couple of days, actually. I did do that, and I paired it with Ghost Rider. I couldn't find your comment, but I did remember reading it. So I've got one that's chain-only. It pairs with the Ghost Rider video. It's a 2-for-1, and talked about just attacking with a chain. Like, yeah. I can go more in depth on both and separately, but yeah, working on a costume commission, tired face, my goodness. Hi from Redacted. I'm dreading going to work in a little bit. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Currently panicking over college. My goodness. Well, I hope that the panic over college becomes a joy in college for you. First stream of yours I've caught. Really enjoyed watching your videos since being introduced to you by my partner. Oh, thank you so much. That means a tremendous amount. Tell your partner I said thank you, and to you I say thank you as well. Just finished my workout. Now I'm in bed. I love that I caught you live. Helps my loneliness. Hey, Chris, glad to have you. Glad to have you in here. Absolute pleasure. And just know that while it's a little odd some days, the Bensei Army is always here. We exist. Love your hair. Simulation needed. Hey, literally working on my game right now too. That's a vibe. Hey, we need more good games. We need way more good games, especially as we're seeing what large companies are doing to people. Growing people here, and I'm just a silly little goober playing guitar. Yeah, that's a vibe. Hi from Earth. I just finished babysitting job. Oh my goodness. What do you think about the Meteor Hammer that is attached to a leather arm brace? I think that that's really good. It feels an awful lot like my issues with the rope dart leash, though, in that it is really cool, it's really fun, but since it's attached to your forearm instead of your hand, while the pros for storage are there, it's out of the way. The cons are I don't really have the same style of contact with it that I'm used to, and that sometimes makes it a little harder. It is still like an A+, though. Hello, thanks for being kind words. Love the vibes here with everyone. Yeah, absolutely. Aspire to build silly. Yo, what's up? This is my first stream. Hey, pleasure to have you. Right now we're just doing dishes. Like, it's just time to clean. Also, I don't have a plug for the sink. If you hear the water constantly running, yes, I'm aware. Oh my gosh, I'm going to kill the planet. I know. Listen, we're going to go get a plug, be able to plug the sink. But this is what we've got right now, so don't judge. Trust me, I'm doing my best. Just this. This. Let me see. Waking up to a Bensei live stream is just the thing I needed to shake off the whole 2-day streak of blag. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you all. Oh, Band Geek Squadron. Pleasure to have you. And as a fellow band nerd, mad respect. Hope you're living your best life. We just vibing, bro. Honestly, I know. Like some people be crazy. To whoever was panicking about college, half the lessons I learned in college were in class. The other half is where I panicked intern between classes. So feels bad now, but it's still important. Yeah, the panicked interim in between classes. That's absolutely. As someone that never went to college and just kind of said, you know what, I'm going to do this and give it a go, I think that there are a lot of really cool opportunities that you get in college, at least I hear, especially when it comes to networking, to finding new friends and family members, and honestly in the education space. I think it's really cool. Is there a lot of debt? Girl. Is that something that you're willing to look at and look over to get everything else that comes from it? I would assume so. I don't have one either, so I just run the water. Turn it off in between dishes. Most uncomfortable ASMR. Wow, this bodybuilding works well. Never had tried it before. I'm just doing stuff. Yeah, honestly, it's nice to have someone that's also trying to work with you at the same time. You're right, that is a very uncomfortable ASMR. I cannot help that. I'm so sorry. Can you do an entire tour on your dojo? Yes, I'm happy to do a dojo tour. And I'm happy to do all the nooks and crannies and be funny about it too, because there's a lot of dust bunnies in there. We clean on a daily basis on the mats, but it's more like a monthly to bi-monthly basis for everything else. But yeah, I'm happy to do a dojo tour. And remember, you guys are always invited to come out to the dojo. Like, I mean, we got a class schedule up and stuff like that. You can always find me somewhere near the dojo, except for the weekends. Weekends I'm normally not there. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, I usually don't exist at the dojo. But Tuesday through Friday, I'm there. You guys are more than welcome to come and vibe anytime. Let me see. I'm going to go all the way down to the bottom and just read as I can. Oh yeah, like the stream, do the thing. King Chris has evolved. Oh, lethal cat head, meteor hammer. A cat head meteor hammer would be fire. Who's my favorite min-maxed companion? I think that. Oh my gosh, I adore all of them. Bloom seems to have the most shared wisdom in the group, which makes conversations with him in game a lot easier. I want to do Meteor Hammer, but I don't have the time. Brian, I understand that. Like, I get it. Like, sometimes you want to pick up a new hobby, and it's just not in the cards at that moment. What I would say to you is keep it on the back burner. If you find yourself pining for time, I'll tell you what. Double check with yourself. Ryan, how many times do you end up doom scrolling during the day? Right? I'm going to ask you that. You don't have to do anything with it right now. You don't have to change it. Just notice. How many times do you find yourself absent-mindedly doing something during the day? And what I would say is if you're able to actually actively keep tabs on how long that is, if you end up with like 30 minutes in your day where you spend it doing something that's not necessarily fulfilling, just kind of time passing, fill it with Meteor Hammer instead. Most people have that kind of time. That being said, not everybody does, and if you literally go to work, and then go home, and have just enough time to maybe grab groceries, maybe work out, or maybe just relax for a second, I get it. Don't sweat it. It ain't that deep. Not me doom scrolling into you discussing doom scrolling. It's crazy out here, isn't it? Live my entire life in the backseat. Where is my gun Meteor Hammer? That sounds like that's your gun Meteor Hammer, not mine. If you're asking where my video for a gun Meteor Hammer is, give me a little bit. I gotta go make content this week. Wednesday's gonna be a long day for Benze. A lot of stuff to do. I will. I'll set a reminder for all my stuff. Thank you so much. Okay. What do you recommend? What are all the martial arts you have experience with, says Eric, and what would you recommend for someone who can't really afford to take many classes? Okay, so let's go through the lineage. Japanese Jiu-Jitsu was, my first art was Taekwondo, but I didn't do that for very long, although it did build a lot of my fundamentals. Then I spent some time doing karate. It was not, I don't remember the specific lineage of karate. It wasn't one of the pretty fancy ones. It was definitely a McDojo style karate, but it was there and it existed and it was good. Then I moved into Japanese Jiu-Jitsu. Technically, I moved into Denzan Ryu, or Japanese Jiu-Jitsu, which is from Hawaii, and incorporates a lot of different styles, which includes obviously Japanese Jiu-Jitsu, and then some Kung Fu, some Eskrima, which is Filipino stick and knife fighting, and blends all those together. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you for the gift. The cat is adorable. But it blends all those arts together. So Japanese Jiu-Jitsu, Judo, Shingi Chuan, Kung Fu, Jeet Kune Do, Black Panther Kung Fu, and Eskrima, kind of as a blended art altogether. So I've done a lot of different things. Not everything, but a lot of different things. And the things that I've done look an awful lot like a lot of other things. So I have some experience with everything, but I find myself a master of nothing. I would say that if you would like to do martial arts, but you don't find the ability to have time, get a heavy bag and start hitting it. Make sure you have gloves. I should ask, I guess, technically what you want the martial arts for, right? If you're looking for it for, body health and awareness, things like Qigong exercises will help you tremendously. Things like Tai Chi will help you tremendously with that, and there's not a lot of impact on your body. If you're looking for something that gets you, the ability to fight and you just don't know what to do, literally get a heavy bag, get some gloves, make sure you have gloves, because everybody seems to think that punching a heavy bag without gloves is fine because it's soft. the skin on that is porous as well. You will rip your hands to garbage. Please be smart about your body. It'll feel cool the first 3 or 4 times you rip your hands up because you're like, man, I'm really doing something. And then after that, you're going to be pretty sick of it when you can't put your hands in water without it hurting. So that's what I would say. Just start. Kind of like swimming, just start. And if you don't have access to a heavy bag, I need to make a video soon about how to make your own heavy bag at home so you have something you can work on. It will not be as good as buying a heavy bag. It's not going to be as good as buying something professionally made, but it will be good enough that you can get something out of it, you know? And that's what's important to me. I want you to be able to play and do the things you love. And I think the barrier for entry should always be as low as possible. I want people in and involved quickly. I care very little about what they need to know beforehand. I care that you get the chance to try, you know? I'll thank you so much. I appreciate it. I love the earring too. It's a vibe. What else do you guys have? Any questions, thoughts, comments? As I continue doing dishes for the day. Let's see. So scared for my first BJJ tournament in December. Any tips to calm your nerves? As a white belt with 1 stripe, no gi. I've been doing training for a year. Okay, so Fox the Weirdo, new to tournaments, new to competition, and you're just getting started, and you're nervous. Okay, so a couple of things. Nerves are there to try their best to help you be as prepared as you can be for an event coming up, right? That's what nerves are. They say, hey, have you thought of this? Hey, have you thought of this? Are you aware of this? Can you do this? Have you done this, right? And they want to make sure that no matter what scenario you run into, you're as prepared as you can be. The problem is, since you have no baseline for competition, your brain and your body are going to go, ah, like the whole time, and you're not going to have a way to shut that off completely. The cool part is nerves are important, though, for all those same reasons. Like, that's not necessarily a bad thing. Acknowledging that nerves and excitement can feel very similar is one of those first steps that I want you to take. And I want you to start asking yourself, am I scared? Am I excited? Or is it a mixture? Right? When you eventually probably say, it's a bit of a mixture, measure it out a little bit. Look at it analytically, right? How nervous am I versus how excited am I? What things am I excited about? What things am I nervous about? If you start finding things that you're nervous about that your training can help you navigate, go practice more. Go practice more, right? However, if you find that there are things that your nerves are trying to warn you about or concern you with that there's no real meaningful way you can interact with, put it down. Say, you know what, I understand that this might be important to you, brain, but at this moment there's nothing I can really do, so I kind of have to just accept it. Lastly, as you get closer to the tournament, I have to be completely blunt with you, and it's going to be a little bit. That nervous feeling never goes away. I have been a competitor in martial arts since I was 4, and I will be 30 this year. I had 26 years of competition. That feeling, that nervous feeling before you go out on stage, before you go out to go compete, will never go away. Ever. It may change, it may feel different, but that's never going to leave you. You will always find something new to be worried about. You will always find something new to be concerned about. Here's what that means. You are normal and okay. That is a healthy feeling to have inside you. And if you can look at that feeling inside you and go, this is normal, this is healthy, it's okay to feel this feeling instead of trying to get the ick out and away from you, you begin to coincide with that feeling, you begin to coexist with that feeling, and then you are able to navigate it easier because you realize it's not something that must be navigated. It is just a feeling inside of you. Right? That helps tremendously. And the last part, the more you compete, the better basis for knowledge you will have. That is when the feeling starts to shift. You will still be nervous before a tournament, but if instead of it being like the doom spiral, oh no, what do I do, what do I do, what do I do, oh no, what do I do, what do I do, what do I do, am I good enough, am I good enough, am I good enough, am I good enough, it'll be, okay, I know I've got some deficits here that I need to watch for. I've got this type of joint lock that I want to nail, and I'm going to try and set up opportunities for that. And the nerves become about planning and less about panicking. I hope that makes sense. That's a big ramble, and that's a lot. If this doesn't help you directly, let me know, and I'll help you with more. But Fox the Weirdo, I hope that helps tremendously. I'm going to skip down to the rest of the comments now. Lad, when would season 2 be possibly expected? Season 2 we are looking for in October. I hope you guys are excited. Season 2 of Min-Maxed is going to be coming out this October. We're probably going to do some front loading in September to start to hype everybody up for it. But October is going to be when we have things kicking off officially for Season 2 of Min-Maxed, which I can't thank you guys enough. Yeah, October indeed. October fest indeed. Yay, bodily doubling. Needed change exercise. Yeah. I got you. This is the vibe. October's going to be great. Set your calendars. I would assume we're probably going to try and have it for like the first weekend of October, but I cannot guarantee that. Do not hold me to that. I am not sure because I'm not the one editing the thing, right? Birthday's in November. That's cool. Mogtober, agreed. Also, so basically, if I do a daily basis, I go to school 5 a.m., get out at 3 p.m., do chores, then work out, and after relax 1 hour of doom scrolling. Okay. Yeah, Ryan, if you take that 1 hour of doom scrolling and you put it toward Meteor Hammer work instead, or at least 30 minutes of it to Meteor Hammer work, you will get good in no time. You will get good in no time. It just has to be your choice to pick it up and start doing it instead of something else. Time is finite, at least, not in a panicky way, but I have to choose what I do, But, if that's something that you're interested in doing, if Meteor Hammer is something you would like to pick up, something you would like to practice, and you think it's worth your time, shuffle your schedule around to include 30 minutes of practice. 30 minutes of practice. Now, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. What's going to happen is you're going to do 30 minutes of practice. And when you look up, an hour will have gone by. And you'll go, oh, I spent my whole time doing this. And then you're going to put it down, and you're not going to want to put it down. You're not even going to want to sleep. You're going to pick it right back up, and you're going to keep trying it because it's so fun. And then you're going to start moving around other parts of your schedule to try and find out where you can do more Meteor Hammer work. But that's exactly what's going to happen. At least that's what happened with me. I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. And then it consumed my life. Seems pretty good, though. Seems like it's been cool. Ethan, what are we saying? Wait a second. What day? Oh, you're going to guess the 7th first? Oh, on another one. I have a spare Meteor Hammer, but alas, no hammer. I have a spare Meteor, but alas, no hammer. It's rough out here, Ice Dragons. It's rough. It's rough. Sometimes you have the Meteor, but no hammer. Sometimes you have the hammer, but no Meteor. It's real. Have a 4th council member. Sam, it has taken over my life. Dumb question. Why is it called body doubling? Oh, because as I'm actively working and cleaning, most people in chat, I would say, are also actively working and doing something. So instead of you being alone, you have somebody else helping you and doing it with you. Giant Cat, I literally made a Meteor Hammer out of plastic necklaces, so you can make them out of almost anything. Yeah, pretty much. That console. Hey, love your hair. It's so cool, dude. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. How's everybody else doing today? Anybody else got any vibes that they want to talk about while I continue doing this? Who did something crazy? That was weird. Oh? Huh? Hang on. Oh, hey, stop eating wires, you crackhead. Hang on. The monster has decided to start eating wires. Give me a second. I will bring her over here to be seen. Why are you like this? I am just trying to do dishes. All you want to do is destroy things. Ash, we are not eating wires today. You are better than this. No. This is the monster. She smells like good smells. We think Ash is 8 months old, something like that. Are you happy sitting like this? Does this bring you joy? This is Ash. Ash is a good girl. No, Bensei still has purple hair in season 2. Are you going to attack my dreads? Okay. I'm going to put you down now. This thing's a menace. Stop attacking things. Please stop attacking wires of all things. Plugged in wires, child. Oh my goodness. Okay. I don't want to with Ash so bad. She looks so fluffy at me. Ash can wield a meteor hammer and has a meteor hammer that she does wield. Ash may be my cat's long lost sibling. Oh, that's crazy. More Ash, please. You guys are adorable. I love the council. Oh my gosh. My friend made a meteor hammer with a hockey ball and still hasn't fully got feeling back in a section of his arm. Yeah, it hurts. Yeah, that'll do it. Let's see. More Halo Wednesday? Definitely more Halo Wednesday. Oh, I'm so excited for more Halo Wednesday. Also, maybe a live stream with Blumenek on Wednesday, like early in the day compared to when I normally stream. But like, yeah. Is it heavy enough? What is heavy enough? A 4-pound meteor hammer? Oh, the ball. Is it? I don't. Y'all, chat just went too fast. Y'all crazy. Hang on. Give me a second. I'll scroll back up and read because y'all are asking questions about meteor hammers. And I know that a lot of people on the internet seem to think that meteor hammers are super heavy and should be super heavy. The reason that I have the competition set to a pound is because that's about the max that you need. Give me a second. Let me read. What are we talking about right now? Trading 4.1 Dragon Aquinian with Cilius trait user. And I have no idea what that means. That's kind of insane. I don't know what you're saying right now. It scares me a little. Data martial artist practitioner too? Yeah, absolutely. And has been a martial artist for a little bit longer than I've been alive. Training the meteor hammer, watching him by myself. Also love that. From India. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. That is a cute monster. Feel sorry for myself tomorrow. I'm learning saber. I've done epee and foil. Welts people get from saber fencing. Yeah, saber is rough. It's funny you're cleaning. Got me cleaning. Hey, pleasure. What are you doing right now, sweet baby? Hello. What's up? What's up? How may I assist you? She's currently laying on my feet. Or at least has gotten close. Hang on. Hello. Is it time to lay on feet, cat? Oh. Yep. She is now attacking and licking my feet. She's weird. In a past life, she was a little odd, but we still love her. Hi. Yep. Oh, there she goes. She cannot decide between cuddling my feet and attacking them. She does not know what to do with herself. Now that she's been perceived, she will proceed to be a menace. Okay. Yep, there she goes. Now it's feet attacky time. I'm going to punt this cat, but I'm going to do it with love. All right. Yeah, she's an absolute menace. She's also 90 pounds. That's what my dog does. Ashwood love David's dogs. That's insane. Thank you so much for the live stream today. Body doubling. I was procrastinating, doom scrolling, but I'm going to stay now and start a task I've been avoiding the whole day. Thank you so much. Hey, it's a pleasure. I'm going to get these dishes done. Maybe while I'm getting attacked. Can you leave my foot alone, please? Thank you. That's kind of vibe. 7 months migraine. Finding somewhere I can chill and do a little cleaning is amazing. Hey, thanks. It's a pleasure to have you guys. Foot moving is free inside your home. Yeah. Barefoot everywhere. Dishes time featuring cat attacks. I agree. Hey, Galaxy Cat, what's up? Can I use Ash as a meteor hammer? Yeah, definitely. I could definitely do that. That's completely doable. Season 3, the max planned? No. Yes, but no. Okay, so let me explain. So for asking about a season 3 for min-maxed, a couple of things. Yes, we have the full intention of doing a season 3. Yes. Fully and entirely yes. Do we have the official date for recording for that planned? Absolutely not. Here's what we are currently thinking and planning at Min-Maxed Incorporated, which is not a real thing. Right now, what we want to do is we're going to let Season 2 ride and get out there. Oh, this is gross. This is just going to go to trash. We're going to let Season 2 ride and get out there. Let it do its thing. And then what we would like to do is either in person or part, we do not know yet. We're going to do like a lower budget Season 2.5. where we basically kind of hang out. We have some tangential things that are not really related to the campaign, but are just some one-shots to run, to hopefully raise some money for a season 3 instead of doing another GoFundMe, which we will do if we must, but we'd rather not have to because you guys have already given us so tremendously much. So what we'd like to do is run like a little 2.5, have a couple of fun stories and stuff like that, run some one-shots. I would run a one-shot. Tater would probably run 1 or 2 one-shots, and then maybe some of the other characters and players of MinMax would run some. And then after that, we'd like to set up for a really big season 3. Now the deal is, we've already set ourselves up for success, right? Like setting up a season 3, we can't like go halvesies on that. Like it's gonna be. Ideally, we would want it to be like a full, huge production. Like we had a big production for season 2. We want a production for season 3, right? Wouldn't that be great? That would be wonderful. So that's really what we're looking at doing for season 3. Is we'll do season 2. During season 2, we'll record some like season 2.5 stuff, like a little extra content, and then for season 3, we come back all together and we really try and blow the wheels off it, you know. Bensei DM confirmed. Bensei, I can do it right here and tell you guys, Bensei DM is confirmed. It'll take me a second to come up with something that I want to do and that I want to run, but Bensei DM is absolutely confirmed. I do not know how many episodes are going to be in season 2 of MinMaxed. Again, I am not the editor. I do not know. But I can tell you guys it's going to be dope. Talking about season 3 already. Give David a break. I know, right? Like these guys, I appreciate it. Used to have a cat named Orion. Tuxedo Cat. He was, hang on. 3 to 4 years old. Call him our demon child because of the way that he would get zoomies attacking us and such. Your cat reminds me of amazing. Productions are great. And what was Star Trek? More pretty than having solid. Absolutely. And say DM. When will Ben say DM on Dimension 20? Oh, thanks, Amy. We'll see. Give me some time. We'll get there. A couple of cool things for D&D related stuff, though. If you guys are interested, are you guys interested in more D&D stuff? Do you guys want? Do you guys want that? Is that a thing you want? I'll wait. I don't want to share, without you guys actually being interested. Yeah, I thought so. Okay, so here's the deal. I am taking a pretty solid step toward more D&D related content. Obviously, I'm going to keep doing Meteor and stuff. None of that is changing. But I'm taking a pretty hard jump toward more D&D stuff. So much so that I am doing a D&D related gig in October. That was a really hard choice for me to make. But here's the deal. So, coming up probably around the beginning of October, I don't know if this is a spoiler or not, but I'm just going to say a little bit about it, so I'll keep it fairly chill. But coming up toward the beginning of October, Emberglow Gaming is going to be doing, I think, something called Crits and Castles. I get to play, so more D&D stuff. And then toward the end of October is our goal for this next one. I will be doing a charity stream with some other people from MinMaxed. And the Buff DM, I think that's who his online tag is. So I'm super excited about that. We've got some fun characters to play. And then toward November, there is, I don't know if we'll stream this at all or show it anywhere. It's just a cool thing that gets to happen. I get to play D&D with some friends of mine down in Florida. I will not probably be going to Florida to play. It'll probably be online, but I am pretty pumped about that. So I get to do a lot more D&D stuff. I intend to walk into the D&D space with my whole chest and every voice I have in my brain. And I would like to do some DMing. I'm very excited. I think that it's going to be really, really cool. And then next year, my goal is... Oh, thanks, guys. Monks don't even need weapons. I mean, they do. I would say someone open-handed fighting somebody with a sword, usually the sword wins. That being said, monks are the weapon. I do agree. So there's a lot of really cool things I want to do, and then next year I would like to be the year of the traveling Bensei. So I would like to be able to travel all over next year, go to places, teach seminars, come and visit you guys, go to conventions, like maybe even set up some booths for myself at conventions. I don't know. I would bring like safe training meteor hammers and target stands and let people come and hang out with me and give it a try, because that seems like the vibe. But yeah, and might even start stepping into some Ren Space stuff, just to exist. But again, it would be like I bring meteor hammers with me, safe trainers everywhere to conventions and stuff, and then let people practice and play. New DM, but seeing Min-Max play D&D is really fun to watch. Yeah, absolutely. Easily used Dex weapons. Hopefully oil prices are down too. The travel will be, I hope so. What makes me the most nervous? We're back to Fox. Okay, hang on. This is about the training stuff. Give me a second. Makes me most nervous is that my coach and training members want to be there to support me, but the idea of them watching makes me nervous. I'd rather go and do it where I know nobody. Oh, Fox, brother. Oof. Let me explain something to you. Let me explain something at you. When it comes to, I'm going to speak about this from the standpoint of being a teacher as well as a competitor, so that hopefully this makes a little bit more sense and can help to ease some of the stress. They are proud of you. They're proud of you. They're proud of you and they want to support you. It is not about what you will do at that tournament that will make them proud of you. Do you understand? It is not that you will go to the tournament, you'll do unbelievably well, and then they'll hoist you up on your shoulders and tell you how good of a person you are. Because that, for some reason, also implies the inverse, that if you go and if you lose within the first 5 seconds of your first match, it's not double elimination and you just are done with the whole tournament right then and there, that they will be disappointed in you. They're proud of you for trying. They're proud of you for giving it a go. They want to see your first tournament because they want to be there to support you, win or lose. Does that make sense, Fox? They don't give... I'm really unfiltered, Ben, today. They don't care how you do. They care that you did. The part where they start to care about how you do is, first off, can you learn from it? Win, loss, otherwise. Can you learn from this experience? Second, can they help you learn from this experience? Because if they're a teacher worth their weight in salt, they give any amount of compassion about how you do, and they want to make sure you're better. Also, something that they may not say, but I say to my students when they go to a tournament is thank you. Thank you for making sure the school does not stagnate. Thank you for making sure that our curriculum does not get old. Thank you for going to a tournament and learning and coming back a new person to the school so that everybody else in the class improves. That's what you're getting from this. You're building the school, you're building yourself, you're building the community. Just by going to a tournament and competing, not by winning, by going, by trying. And that's the closest I get to participation trophies. I am an old school guy. I like my first, second, and third place. And I will accept a fourth, a runner-up, right? But really, at the end of the day, that first, second, and third place produces drive. If you get something for just going and trying, right, then there's no incentive to do more. But I will say that this is the most participation trophy thing that I stand on, and I stand 10 toes way down. You going and competing makes you a different person by the time you come back. And when you come back a new version of you to the school. You've learned things, you've forgotten things, you've remembered things, you've gained things. And now the whole class prospers because of the knowledge that you went to go get from this tournament. And I will always be eternally grateful to my students for saying, I'm going to go try. I'm going to go make sure the school is better. I'm going to go make sure that I'm better. I'm going to go make sure that you as a teacher get better because I want the experience. I hope that makes sense. Also, I see a donation. Let me drop down to that. Not to pastor you about it. I understand you're busy. Stream code to redeem Super Battle Gold. Thank you so much. I will absolutely go take a look after this. Oh boy, I'm getting my screen all sudsy. I can't like your comment, but I see you. Thank you so much. So yeah, hopefully that makes sense as a teacher. Because that's it. That's why they're going. They're not going to go see you win. They're going to go see you. That's it. I hope that makes sense. Something so inspirational and thoughtful on the internet, but I'm here for it. Hey, listen, welcome to the Instructor Bensei Army. You guys are welcome to stay as long as you want, and that's how I treat you guys. That's why I let you guys know the inside stuff too. Like there's some inside behind the scenes stuff that not everybody needs to know. But you know, it's cool. Putting this off. There we go. Love your piercing. Thank you so much. New to D&D, and I live in the middle of nowhere. No one knows. Care about any tips? Yeah. So, you are Norbackery? I hope I said that right. I am probably not. New to D&D, and I live in the middle of nowhere where nobody knows or cares about it. Any tips? So first off, the middle of nowhere is where I live. I too live in the middle of nowhere in Ohio. So to think that no one cares is a little rough. I would go to your local libraries, see if they have any board game nights, and then go from there. People that play board games is a slippery slope into D&D. Go check a local library. Go check for board games. If you don't have a local library or a place for people to play, you don't find any like cafes or places where people play, be the reason that there's a group. Start it. Shout out to people, talk to people, put up flyers, say, hey, I want to play Dungeons and Dragons, but I don't have any players. Here's the number, call me, let's play. Be the reason that there is a space for that. Instead of looking for that space and trying to hop into it, create the space. Make it, you're allowed. You're allowed. You have that ability. Lastly, if you really just aren't comfortable with that, there are a couple of platforms that allow you to have a virtual tabletop where you can search for players and DMs. If you just are looking for a chance to play and you don't want to put all that work into it, you're nervous, you're scared, you're shy, you just don't think it's worth it, that's okay. There are some platforms for that. I do not know them off the rip, but I'm certain people in this community might be aware of some. I have not vetted them, so I don't know how safe they are. Please keep that in mind. But yeah, there are a lot of really cool virtual spaces where you can find DMs and find players. But yeah, honestly, just go start it. Go be the reason that it exists in your space. You might accidentally do something incredible, inspire a bunch of people to do something new, and have a fun little close-knit community. Oops, you made friends. Sorry. All right, drop back down to the bottom. Give me a second, my hands are wet. Yeah. There's one called Start Playing, or the DMs may have... Yeah, absolutely. You can try Discord. I'm not used to people having a community like that. I'm excited to learn, win or lose. I think that I'm just really hard on myself, and I know I really want to find more ways to set up arm bars. Thank you. Absolutely. Go practice that. If we're looking for techie answers, Fox, now that we've gotten the emotional stuff out of the way, because that will always be the most important, I need you to be rock solid on the inside. Even if you're nervous, you need to have a goal plan. I've got a little bit more on the emotional side to share when it comes to tournaments, and then a little bit on the techie side. So first and foremost, one of the things I tell all my students is that you cannot lose. The only way that you can lose at a tournament is if you go and you refuse to learn. If you go and refuse to build any new knowledge from the experience, that is the only way you have truly failed. You can fail and win. You can win and go, I'm the best at everything. Haha, look at me, I'm Black Star, right? Like I can go solely to reference this early, crazy. But I could go, I'm Black Star, I'm the best at everything. I never lose and not lose, and I won. And that is going to put you on one rung higher of the ladder that you are about to fall down when someone grabs your ankle and tries to snap it off for the first time and you don't have a response. You can lose winning. You can lose losing. You can get there. You can lose. You can not place and go, I'm just bad at everything, throw in the towel, go home. That loss is a mindset. If someone says you got third place at the tournament and you're given the third place or the fourth place or the seventh place or the first place or the second place medal, and you look at it and go, this is me, this is who I am, and accept this as a static state of who you are, you have failed. And that's on you. That's your loss. You eat that. You eat that. I hope it tastes good, but I know it doesn't, right? Really, in that moment, that is when you go, okay, this is a baseline. I have taken a test. This is my grade. This does not mean that I am doomed to this position. This does not mean that this is who I am. This is a representation of me on this day, at this time, with this much practice, at this moment, having eaten this much food and stretched this much and petted my cat this many times that day. That's who you are in that one single point in your life. You get to choose what you do with that next. Get good. And not in a demeaning way. I mean, get good. Go get good. Go do it. Right? Second, when it comes to techie stuff, when we're talking tournament work, right? You said you wanted to have a bunch more ways to set up your arm bars. Exactly. Clean. Mint. Here's what we recommend to our students for tournaments. For high-level competitive play, for low-level competitive play, for all competitive play. If you are doing a grappling art specifically, right? This is our bread and butter is grappling arts. It's Japanese jiu-jitsu and judo, but we do a lot of other stuff. If I'm doing a grappling art, I need one good forward throw, meaning a throw that throws my opponent toward their face. I need one good backward throw, which means it throws my opponent back toward their back. Because those two things usually interchange with each other. And what I do to stop myself from getting thrown forward is I stand up tall, shove my hips in, and lean backward. That is how I brace against the force and try to stop the throw mid-throw, which should set me up to be off balance backward. The way that I stop my backward throw is by leaning forward, maybe taking a step back and shifting my center of gravity forward, which makes me off balance to a forward throw. And if I learn how to hit between those two throws, then I can start the throw, set up their resistance to allow me to hit the second throw. And when I get really good, I do three. I set up my forward throw, I go for it, they resist, I hit my backward throw as a tap, right? I don't fully commit to it, but I do just enough that they have to put resistance in, and then I go back to my forward to throw again, right? I can go, or that's what I'm looking for. So I need two good throws. Two good throws. They don't have to be beautiful. I just need two good throws that I like that I can switch between. Forward and backward. Second, I need 1 to 2 dominant positions that I love, but really I just need one main one that I really adore. And I'm really good at getting to. And I need to be able to get to it from both of those throws. After success or failure, right? This is where it gets complex. But I need to be able to get to those positions, specifically one. For me, I like my scarf hold. I'm a huge fan. I need to be able to get there quickly and succinctly. And then I need a good joint lock that I can hit from a lot of spaces. Your arm bar sounds like one for you. A straight arm bar, bent arm bar, whatever, I don't care. And then one good choke or strangle that I can hit from just about anywhere. What this gives me is a toolbox of 5 pieces. Like this is it. I get a toolbox of 5 pieces. Now if I start to expand, I can add different adapters to the ends of these tools, and I can go, this is how I get into it this way, this is how, yeah, obviously, things blow up from there when you get super techie on the grappling side of things. But really all I'm looking for, 2 good throws, 1 forward, 1 backward. I'm looking for a good dominant position that I can get to quickly and easily, especially off of both success and failure eventually. The failure one's a little harder. You just got here, so look for it off of success. Have those things wed together so that the moment that I throw you, I'm there. And then a dominant submission, or not a dominant position, a submission that I can hit that I like. 1 joint lock that I can hit from a lot of different places, and 1 choke that I can hit from a lot of different places. And I say choke, although there's a difference between chokes and strangles. Chokes cut off airflow, strangles cut off blood flow. Now you know more. But that is my recommendation. Hopefully that helps tremendously. I realize we're getting very nerdy on the martial arts stuff today, but this is like this is how I teach. Show Megan a simple elbow lift, the size difference between the two. You would be hilarious. Absolutely, we can do that. Hey Bensei, thankfully I've been able to visit my old dojo after 5 whole years. The dojo is in the East Coast, where I'm in the West Coast. Great to be able to get back to the dojo. Yeah, absolutely. Let me see. That should hope. Oh, thank you so much. I got to quote, your bad rolls are funny rolls in my own campaign. Amazing. Bad rolls are funny rolls. I agree. Let me see. But yeah, random question. But how did you protect your piercing when sparring? I tape over top of it with athletic tape, and then roll my shoulder up, or cover my whole side of my head with a boxing glove and just leave my eyeball peeking out. This opens up this side. I'm prepared for that. I can come up. I can use my knees and my elbows, but it helps me to protect it. I tape it, and then I also guard it. I can just stand with my left side forward, but I'm right side dominant. I'm a little bit faster here, so if I need to be here, that's fine. I've got something in the way. It protects on both sides. Should be good to go. No idea what's going on. I heard choke, right? Had my whole session yesterday. It was basically low rolls or funny rolls. Dude, you can have a whole session that's insane. But Fox, I hope that helps tremendously. Feel free to check back in if there's anything else I can do for you. But that's what I've got for you, and that's what I would give to beginners. If you don't have those things, do not panic. Work. Don't panic. That doesn't help you. Work. Get to work. Do the thing. Definitely made me feel a little more comfortable. Not really social, so hearing advice from someone who doesn't train with me, sometimes outside views are very helpful. I agree, Fox. That's how it goes. We call that a 5-mile expert where I'm from. Sometimes we need the 5-mile expert to come in and say the exact same thing that everybody local has been saying. You know? I didn't roll anything above a 10 for more than half the session. Oh my gosh. Let's see. I want to start doing martial arts, but don't know how or where to start or what to start. That is something that everybody runs into. God loves. When you are starting martial arts for the first time, there's this belief. It's easier to start swimming. It's easier to start curling than it is to do like martial arts, right? Because one of the things that happens is you walk into the space and you go, I want to do this. I think I'd be good at it or I have fun with it, but I don't know where to start. There are so many different arts. There's so many different disciplines. I don't know anybody around me. What do I do? So the first thing to do is have a good mindset. Here's the deal. Please sit down at some point. Make a small list. It can just be in your head of why you want to do martial arts in the first place. Why do I want this? Right? And then that becomes your checklist as you go check out schools. Will this school give me these things that I want? And you're going to go check a bunch of different schools in your area. Just look them up. Martial arts schools are usually old school and have absolute trash advertising. I know my school does, and I'm one of the heads of the school. And I'm this good at social media work, and I still suck at advertising. So, you know, it's one of the deals that you run into. But set up your list of the things that you're looking to get out of your martial arts. Set up the list of the things that you want to avoid while learning martial arts. That can be everything from as simple as, hey, I've got a bad left knee and they need to make accommodations for that, and I want to make sure I don't get more knee injuries. To, hey, I want to make sure the place I'm in is safe and comfortable to work in and isn't full of creeps. Right? I don't want a toxic masculinity space to work inside of. I want one that feels comfortable and good. These are all things that go on the list, right? You make that list, that becomes your checklist. And then you go looking around at different schools and different arts, and the different arts that they teach, right? And you see which school that you are near has the most of those things. It won't have all of them. You're not going to find something that's perfect. You're looking for something that's good enough to start from and work at, right? If at any point you find that your big list that you thought they would be able to help you with, they start to not be able to do, you leave that school and you go to a different school, and that's okay to do. It's fine. Let me see. Hopefully that helps a little bit. If you know Shaolin animal styles, what's your favorite? I practice Kempo, so a lot of tiger stuff, but I love dragon stuff. So here's the deal. Mad Max Kool-Aid, which, by the way, fire name. There are, so in Xingyi Chuan, which is Chinese martial art, mind form boxing, there are 12 animals. They are definitely taken from equal parts Shaolin and, for some reason, karate, which also took them from Shaolin. The lineage crossover is so weird, and I'll do a deep dive on it at some point. It's insane. But anyway, we've got a couple of different animal styles. Our animal styles, for anybody that is uninitiated into the world of martial arts, at least for our school and the way that we learn, Animal styles, right? Don't get weird. Animal styles are about. Thank you so much for the hand heart. I appreciate you greatly. You're amazing. Animal styles are about, and especially in Xingyi, I may not have the claws of a tiger, but I can mimic its fighting intent, right? I may not have the talons of an eagle, but I can mimic its intent. So you gotta think. Bunch of old dead Asian dudes, no phones, nothing to watch, nothing to do, sitting outside in nature. They've been fighting their entire life. They're very good at what they do, and they've watched animals their whole lives. Well, the first time they're able to watch a tiger maul something and not be the thing getting mauled, they probably watched its ferocity and intensity and said, hey, I wonder what would happen if we fought like that. You see things like praying mantis, and you're like, wow, that thing strikes super fast and grabs vitals quickly. I wonder what I could do with that. You watch a snake, you watch an eagle, you watch a bear, you watch all these things, right? And you eventually start to develop an understanding of, hey, this is how they fight because of the tools they have. How well can I mimic this? So, the fun, nerdy stuff set aside for everybody. So now we can get into the nitty-gritty on some of this stuff. My personal favorite animals to use and practice with and play with. Don't get weird and mystic. I'll explain why. I am a huge fan of the practical effects of tiger, at least as it is in our art. It is a lot about crushing, gripping, and maiming, usually vital squishy things. I put hard parts into soft parts and I crush them. Right? That's a lot of what Tiger's work does for us. So when we get into the form work, like one of my favorite parts about one of our forms for Tiger, right? The form, I believe it is Huxing, is there is this silly moment in it where like you stand and you're here, your hands are on your hips, and you shoot out, and you pop both fingers out, and you pull and pluck. What are you doing? What is that? That's the goofiest thing I've ever seen. Theoretically, I'm popping it back behind a trachea and pulling that trachea out and forward. Am I going to pull their trachea out of their throat? No, probably not. That's not what's going to happen. Might I crush their trachea? Absolutely. That's very interesting. This also allows me to be in somewhere close and pop those fingers to either side of someone's throat and pluck, right? If I am cramped and tight and I cannot get away, up, pull, punk, right? I can usually make that motion happen. I can also make this happen, right? I can just do this. And there is a lot of tiger's jaw in it where I'm just grabbing, rending, and crushing. So there's a lot of really cool stuff there. But my favorite is also like crossing, bang, bang, coming in with both hands. I am crushing and gripping at things. So realistically, the forms, for practicality's sake, usually suck. But the pieces of the forms that they're trying to teach you can work very, very well. Because while I can do like my whole form, right, I step out, bang, bang, and I come through, and pa, right? So fun. Yeah, that's great. Tiger, so cool. What I'm really doing is I'm practicing going, and I'm grabbing someone's throat and crushing it. It's what I'm doing. I'm just trying to grab and rend, right? I'm grabbing the back of someone's neck and clamping down as tight as I can so I can line up strikes and elbows and stuff like that. I'm grabbing someone's hair and raking that down and then striking at their throat. It is about crushing necks and vertebrae. It is disgusting, vile work. And when you take it out of the right, and you start going, that's completely different. Which leads me to my second favorite animal. Jishing. Chicken. We have a form for chicken. We do, right? Huge fan of chicken, right? It's so funny because all of the work is bang, bang, right? It's this weird, odd amount of movement, right? If you've ever fought a chicken before, though, there's a lot of gouging at eyes. There's a lot of large flapping motions to clear up space. And there's a lot of low attacks combined with high attacks as you drop. So it is so ridiculous to think about fighting a chicken. And then you start thinking about it and you're like, oh, I'm in this super tight space. I'm parrying, I'm clearing, and when I turn around, both of these arms are opening up because as they're reaching out for me, I'm going to pass that strike down low, and I'm going to pop that directly into their eyes and face. And I'm going to use that fun crane neck strike that we see in so many martial arts, right? Just bang, right? So I'm here, bang. But what happens if, as I do that high, I also kick their foot out low? So you guys can't really see it, but like one of my favorite parts in Jixing, right, is I'm here, I've gone bang, bang, and I've turned. Let me turn back around for you guys. And I go here, here, there, right? So again, I've gone bang, bang, here, low, bang, right? And I'm striking back out. So I have swept and cleared, struck at face and throat, kicked the shin, dropped, and I've gone bang. And then I am driving them away. It is some gross, nasty work, right? It's disgusting and vile. Do I actually use it like it sits in the form? Like that? No. Right? But if someone grabs me, sweeping and clearing something out of my way to fire up and through the center line, makes a lot of sense. If I'm cramped in tight and close, and I need to create space because they're crushing me, these hands swimming past each other allows me to open up a center line. Right? It's crazy. But they don't work like they do in the forms. You have to take them out of context and then put them back into context. Does it make sense? Let me see. I wonder what a fox would be like. I don't have a fox style. You might have to create a fox style. I don't know. I don't make the rules, man. I'm just here. I'm just a guy. What weapon do you think is best used? Hang on. The meteor hammer at the same time. Probably a rapier, I'm going to be completely honest with you guys, right? Because I'm going to use my meteor hammer to bind, wrap, and trap, or a short spear. But I would say a rapier. I need something sharp, and not like just a pointy rapier. I mean like a sharpened on both sides, slashing and stabbing tool rapier. Because as I'm swinging my meteor hammer to maintain distance, tip stays low and pointed at my opponent, I have two angles of attack. I can offline and stab and thrust, while maintaining that distance with the meteor hammer. As they are worried about the trepidation of the meteor hammer hitting them, I am stabbing at them. I think a small, nimble, stabby, pokey sword would be a really, really good call. I will happily make martial arts videos on the old stuff that I know. I would love to. Foxes in my neighborhood say, "Rah!" and then run away. That makes a lot of sense. Will you do another campfire talk with the Max crew? Separately like in season 1? Yes, I will, and I intend to do one after Min-Max season 1 has been done and do like a live stream of that, all of us hanging out in Discord and talking together for a little bit and doing our campfire fireside chat. I didn't get to do one for season 2, but I would like to do one for season 2 as well. So yeah, I'm really excited. Pounce, yeah, absolutely. We're doing good. I am almost done with my dishes. There's a little bit more to do, but we're getting there. Slow baby steps. The next thing that I have to do after dishes is I have to pick up all the trash around. I feel like Fox is more defensive side, more energy concerning, much more observation. Yeah, absolutely. Well, they already finished filming season 2. Tater made a point of removing Nathan from the campaign at the end of season 1, so I imagine he's not there. No, there is... I can say without spoiling, there's no Nathan. Nathan's gone. Thank you so much. You probably have been asked this a couple of times, but what martial arts do you do? My primary art is Japanese Jiu-Jitsu, followed very closely by Jeet Kune Do, and then Judo, and Xingyichuan Gong Fu, with Eskrima as my weapons work. That's a lot. It's a big roster. I did not go to individual martial arts instructors for each one of those. I had a martial arts instructor that knew all of them and practiced them in tandem all together as a mixed soup. So I don't have specific lineages for everything, but that's the work that I have done, and it made me this thing. Let me see. Solid lineup. Thank you. It seems to be very beneficial. The reason that my instructor and their instructor taught it was because it seemed to round out the flaws of all the other ones. So like Judo and Japanese Jiu-Jitsu, not a lot of open hand strikes in that. It needs something. How about Jeet Kune Do, which is a lot like fencing. It's quick, it's nimble. And then Xingyi Chuang Gong Fu for that, for when they get too close but I still can't grapple and I want to strike and add those pieces together. And the Eskrima is for weapons work and putting that all back together. Could you have taken a Japanese disciplined weapons system? Sure. But Eskrima is very, very good at improvised tools and weapons, which means you're never going to get left without. And what you can do with a stick, you can do with a knife, you can do with open hand. So it all kind of just works real good. I think I'm going to fence all my fencing instructors in foil. I want to see if I can mimic their style. It should be interesting. That's a great call. Rain outside of my home is so loud. The rain outside, I can barely hear you. I have bad hearing though. Oh yeah, gosh. Well, I hope the rain clears up. Have you ever done a keto? Most family, a little bit of a keto, just like a smidge of a keto. I like a keto. I'm a huge fan of akijitsu. I like to practically apply the tools. So instead of for anybody that's not in the know in the martial arts space, usually do in Japanese martial arts is the way of, it is practicing the art and breaking it down in a cerebral way. It still works, but it's more cerebral. Jutsu is the fighting art. It is how do I use this to harm someone quickly and efficiently. So judo is the way of the supple way or the soft way of the open hand. It's how do I throw people and how do I use that in a lot of different situations. Jiu-jitsu is, especially Japanese jiu-jitsu, is how do I break this person in half or control them so my friend can stab them. Like it's rough stuff, right? So like instead of doing judo where I throw someone flat on their back, I do jiu-jitsu where I throw them and then yank up at the last second so that their tailbone smashes into the floor so that they can only crawl away as I draw my sword and stab them, right? Or I throw them directly on top of their head so I don't have to stab them at all. That's the difference between. So Aikido, I adore. Akijitsu, I adore. I love them both tremendously. And I haven't gotten to do much of it, but it is something I will happily step into. I would advise Fiore for HEMA to further refine your tactical mind and timing. Agreed, Fiore seems like a solid homie. I was looking for a sport for my son. I found capoeira. Now a whole family is training. He has become so much more. It has become so much more. We've found an incredible community and it feels like a whole new world. Yeah! Oh, Confused Bird. I love that for you. I love that you were able to... So that's one of the things that martial arts did for me is it just reinforced the community and my family, right? I have a huge sense of community and a huge sense of familial importance. Not in like some weird nuclear family type way, which, I mean, if that's for you, good for you. But just, I mean, the people that I call family are one of the most important groups of humans on the planet to me, right? Like they matter so tremendously much. And I consider my dojo my family. We do family nights or team nights. Which by the way, all of you are invited to. Last Friday of every month at my dojo, we do some sort of blacklight party or grill out or like water park out front, something like that. Not like a full water park, but like, you know, water slides and stuff like that, like the cute ones you can get at Walmart stuff. We just have a day where all of us interconnect and work together and commingle, and it helps to rebuild that feeling of community, because I think a lot of people right now are missing a third space, and I know that this is starting to pop up a lot in sort of the zeitgeist for humanity at the moment, but like that third space is not work and not home. It's a space you go to do what you love and or mingle with other humans or exist, right? And we're starting to lose those for the sake of making money so we can survive in the United States right now. That efficiency, that brutal work ethic and efficiency that, I mean, like, how many times, I don't know if it's the same for you guys, but in Ohio, right? The best response you can get, someone says, hey, how are you doing? Right? They ask you, how are you? And the best response that you can usually give is, I'm tired, or I'm busy, or I'm working, you know, like, hey, it's just another day, right? It's all about work. It's all about the work ethic. It's all about driving forward and making money and doing the work thing, right? That drive has become so much more important in 2026 for people making a living to survive. But, like, the deal is, in that, I run a strip between home and work and home and work, and I do that. Real Ben, me do that, right? I'm at home, and then I drive to the dojo, and I work at the dojo, and then I drive back home. Now, it's cool because I'm really comfortable in those spaces, and the dojo feels like a good space for me to be in, but it's still not a third space. It's not another area to go work in. It's not a place to go make friends. Oh, thank you so much for the coins. I appreciate you. Thank you. It's different, right? So that third space, the spot that's not work and not home, is disappearing for a lot of people. And my goal is to take my second space, which is my job, and make that other people's third space. My job is to make a home for other people to exist in, a place for them to exist in that's not their house, that's not work, that's just a spot to vibe, you know? And I think that that spot it exists often in sports, in you know, sort of like regimented game spaces, stuff like that. I think it's so important, and I think so many people are losing it and missing it and don't have it, and they don't realize that they don't have it, so they don't go looking for it, or they don't think they need it, or they don't think they have the time to go get it, heaven forbid. So I am so glad to hear that capoeira and learning capoeira can be that for you and your family. That is everything. I think that at this point, more than, I'm going to say something crazy, but more than self-protection, more than defending yourself, more than harming other human beings, I think that that is the thing that is really sticking out for a lot of people about martial arts, and one of the reasons that I think a lot of people should do it. And it's that they need a third space, and they need a community, man. Like, they just need a spot to be and exist and work hard and see meaningful gains and struggle and do the hard stuff in a fun way. They need a hobby, and it can be that for them, you know? Anyway, maybe I'm crazy. Who knows? I'm checking comments now, so I'm about to find out if I'm crazy. Full video idea. Can you do a video on how to use a rope? Sure, absolutely. Hey Ben, I want to ask you if I have any recommendation videos to start learning meteor hammer routine for wushu. By the way, I'm based in Singapore. Oh, Spidey Wushu. Okay, so first off, dope name. Huge fan of that. Second, oh, thank you so much for the donation. I'll read that in just a second. Second, when it comes to learning for wushu, oh gosh, I don't know. Believe it or not, the martial arts work that I've done does not contain any wushu whatsoever. I learned meteor hammer work as just a thing to do during COVID. I did not learn from wushu. None of my martial arts styles taught me it. It was something that I picked up because I had the prerequisite skill and confidence to just give it a go, which you don't have to have, but I most certainly did in abundance. I would look for wushu routines. Tell you what, let me ask Frank. Let me ask Frank Hatsis, the Rope Dart Academy founder. I'll check in with him and see if he's got any recommendations for good videos for learning wushu-style meteor hammer routine. Because he knows he did wushu, and he did it for his rope dart stuff, so I'm certain there's something. But I'll take a look with Frank, and I'll see if I can find that for you. I'm going to take a screenshot of this. There's that. Keyboard Vomit, thanks for the company and wisdom, Bensei. Be well, absolutely. Keyboard Vomit, take care, be safe, and W Dono, thank you so much. Well, beautiful sharing your art. Oh, thank you guys so much for the donations. I appreciate you. Let me try and catch some of these, because I realize that as I scroll through, I miss some stuff. Cool. Thank you so much for the jewels, the gift. Thank you. Remember when Bensei was challenged in season 1, 10 ice blocks, 10 seconds? Yeah, absolutely give that a go. I will have to, we'll start. Yeah. So I need 10 target stands, which I'll have to buy and make, so give me a second. We'll get those done. And then I'll just try it. The worst comes to worst, I know I have 5 target stands, so if I can hit 5 targets in 5 seconds, I can probably do 10 in 10 seconds. But yeah, I'll give it a go. I think the hardest part is if I'm trying to do them all as shots, like that is the hardest. And I'll show that. I'm going to need a lot of ice blocks to prove this. But like, if I am just swinging it over my head like a helicopter and walking past them, I can get, I think it was like 2.5 when I averaged it out, 2.5 ice blocks a second. that's disgusting behavior, right? Like, I can make that happen. But if it's shots and casts, that's what makes things a lot harder to do. So now it's also like a rigged carnival game. So they're going to ask for it as shots and casts. And it'll probably be from like 6 feet away. So I'll give that a go. We'll see what we can do. But yeah, it's going to take a second to set that up. But I'll probably do it as something that's hyped for like season 2 of Min-Maxed. And we'll see what we can do for that. Let me go down to the bottom. Hey, Squiggle, I am so glad to be a spot for you to exist and vibe. Hey, Vince, I just want to say that I really enjoy watching Min-Max. It was really helped me get through a tough time. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Oh, my goodness. Thank you so much. Ingy Magnus, I believe that's how you say that. And if that's incorrect, I'm so sorry. But Ingy Magnus, hey, I gotta be honest with you guys. Like, the opportunity helped me out of a rough spot. I was like, what do I do? What content do I make? How do I keep driving forward? Am I out of ideas? What do I do? And then all you guys were like, hey, you guys should all play D&D together. And we're like, okay, are you sure? You sure we should play D&D together? And you guys are like, no, yeah, we're like $100,000 sure. And we're like, okay. So thank you, and I'm glad it helped. I look forward to continuing to create whatever you guys want to watch, you know? Cool video idea would be using a sheet-tied rope. You show the stuff at escape rooms using the rope made out of sheets tied together. I love that, Plank Team, and I actually think that's incredible. And I'll see if I can just like throw a rock in the end and tie it so that I can have that. That's kind of cool. I like that a lot, actually. Can you do the challenge costume? Absolutely. I do body double streams. First time actually catching a stream. What an incredible way to end a busy day. How late is it for everybody? Oh, that's a really good question. Let's see. It's only 5:14 for me. I'm doing great. Like, I gotta get this done. Then I gotta pick up trash. And that has me pretty much sorted for the rest of the day. Like, there's more to do, but that should be the majority of it. Both me and close friends separately are fans of Min-Max, and now we have another thing to bond over. Oh, that's incredible. My goodness. Yeah, it's 5:14 for me. 23:14. Yikes, yeah, I bet. Also, Benze, where in Ohio are you? I'm between Dayton and Cincinnati. Oh, are you? So am I. I am in Wilmington, Ohio. That is where my dojo is. Team Torque, Torque, not twerk, which is funny, and I will do that at some point. But Team Torque Mixed Martial Arts is in Wilmington, Ohio. And if you are anywhere near, you are more than welcome to come to the dojo. The traditional classes are on Tuesdays and Friday nights. The Meteor Hammer stuff is on Thursday nights. And then we have a self-protection class. It's co-ed right now, but when we get enough numbers in, we'll make it women's only and then co-ed. And that is the third Saturday of every month from 9:30 a.m. till 11:30 a.m. But yeah, of course I watch anime. Love me some anime. Absolutely. Hey guys, listening to this while playing basketball? Vibes. That's a vibe. Hit a 3-pointer for me, and if you can't, hit a 2-pointer for me, and if you can't, hit a 1-pointer for me, and if you can't, charge someone. Okay? Meteor Hammer class. Do you need to bring a Meteor Hammer with? No, I have plenty to practice with. If you guys are ever interested, I have plenty of practice Meteor Hammers. Supposed to hate Ohio, Michigander here, but it's impossible to hate Ben. Hey, you can hate Ohio and not hate me. I hate Ohio. I don't hate all of Ohio, but the concept of Ohio I dislike. So yeah, that's all right. Drunken Master, what do you think of a Drunken Master Monk with a Meteor Hammer as a never-ending flask? I think that's incredible. It needs to be a gourd, and it needs to be a steel gourd, and that's the coolest thing on the planet. I think that's dope, right? Because can you imagine, like, pulling it back towards yourself, snapping it to throw yourself a shot, and then throwing it back out at somebody and hitting them? Incredible. Been to Toledo. Let me see. Watch the game. Ohio versus Michigan. I have been to Toledo. So, you know TARTA, the public transit system in Toledo? My family and I teach de-escalation work for them. And we've been there for a little bit. So we haven't quite gotten everything implemented that we want to, but it's getting better. And we've noticed it from both reports and people on the ground. So yeah. Yeah, like Boraicho, absolutely. Let's see. I am indeed cleaning dishes. This is what I'm doing. Bro, Ohio's crazy. You guys want some real slander on Ohio? Raise your hand in chat if you want to hear some stuff about Ohio, right? I'll happily talk to y'all about Ohio and what it's like living here. Hey, Ben, say huge fan of your work and general video here. I'm currently working on a new TTRPG. Yeah. I have here interesting question for you. Yeah. If the question is, would I like to play in your TTRPG? The answer is yes. Please feel free. Oh yeah. Dump on Ohio. Okay, all right. Here's the deal. Everybody got their hand up. Ohio ain't that bad. Hold on now. Hold on. Let me talk. Ohio ain't that bad. I'm gonna tell you why it ain't that bad. Here we go. I will not be streaming later today. I'm so sorry. So here's why Ohio ain't that bad. All right, you ready? Here's the deal. Rural Ohio? Kind of sketch, right? Like if you have to zoom in on the map to read the name of the city, kind of sketch. It's kind of sketch. You don't always want to be there. It's not always great, right? However, I'm gonna be real. So Ohio is repressed enough that the artists and the art forms are spectacular. Ohio's incredible. The people in Ohio are incredible. Like the space is incredible, right? Like you walk around town in Cincy, the murals are beautiful. You find these cute little boutiques and shops. Like not everywhere. Obviously, there's some parts of Cincy you just don't want to be near. And we're not going to talk about Cleveland. It's incredible. Like if you've ever been to Yellow Springs in Ohio, dude, amazing hippie community, so fun, so much art. They love the people there. They love each other. It's an amazing community. You get there and you're like, hey, how are you? And you'll have a meaningful conversation with someone you don't even know the name of. Like it's Ohio itself. The people that live in Ohio are incredible. And then, on the exact same note, on the exact same foot, some of the people that live in Ohio suck, right? But I'll be honest with you. I'm gonna all right, so don't I can't really control how you guys feel about what I'm about to say, so I'm just gonna send it. It is the old wealthy landowners and their immediate relatives that usually suck. It ain't the farmers. It ain't the farmers. I'm gonna tell you. It ain't the farmers. The farmers are chill, right? Like, let's be clear. Some people everywhere in the United States will look at someone like me or someone like you that may be part of the LGBTQIA plus community. I think I got all the letters in there. I miss it up every time. They may look at you and go, I don't like you, right? They do that to me on some occasions too. But even in Ohio, I don't get out loud nasty bigotry or any sort of racism or anything like that. The most I'll get is I'll hold the door open for someone and they won't say thank you. They'll just look past me and walk in. That could be they're having a bad day. That could be that they don't like me. But it's been a really, really, really long time since I've gotten called some nasty stuff, right? Long time. A lot of growth has happened in Ohio. People, real different, right? The racism that, right? I don't get that, right? Flemothy said, you're not from around here, boy, right? I don't get that. You don't get that in Ohio. Not really. Like, it's just, at least not in any of the areas that I've been to, right? And we don't get the I don't accept your kind around here. Like, that's not a thing, at least not for being brown. At least my flavor of brown. Different people have different effects. Different people deal with different things. I know that we had some nasty stuff around Haitian immigrants in Ohio, and that sucks. But that was more politically fueled and less about the people there. The people there just didn't really care. Like they really, like one or two, but the people don't care. Like they're like, hey, do you suck as a person? If you don't suck as a person, I'll vibe with you, right? Like that's the deal. And again, most of the people in Ohio that dislike other human beings based on how they look or what they think of them do not frequent places where they have to interact with them. So neither should you. If there is a sign up, right? I'm thinking a flag or a political sign, and you see that, and it says, the Confederacy was the good guy. Don't clip that ever out of context, please. Ew. Right? But like if it's a flag that's like a Confederate battle flag, or like, you've got like the Trump signs or anything like that, you got stuff that's up, right? That very clearly says, hey, people like you are not welcome here. Do not go. Don't go. Not because it's okay for them to think those things, not because they're right, but because for your own health and mental safety, don't go. What are you going to do? Try and change their mind? They're very clearly wearing it on their chest. And I'm not going to lie to you guys, like, banning flags like that kind of sucks for me, because when you have tattooed on your chest, worn on the outside of your home, and on every inch of your clothing, I think that your people should have stayed enslaved during the Civil War, right? When you have those flags up, when you have stuff like that, it just tells me that we're not friends and I don't have to talk to you. It's okay. That's all right. Yep, and you can Google sundown towns, and some sundown towns do still exist. There's a reason that I don't drive a lot in Texas. I'm good, right? But like, that's the thing. Yeah, it's nice when the buttholes come with a warning label. That's completely correct. Bye. But yeah, like that's the deal. Yeah, my dad's transphobic and I'm non-binary. I'm so sorry. Like it's one of those things where like if you don't have to interact with a person, don't interact with a person. Sometimes you have family, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If someone gives you an indication of who they are, listening. Yep. Batman, what weapon fighting styles would you associate with the following elements? Okay, Derpandom, we're going to go ahead and take a hard shift over to this fun question. I'm very excited. Listen, and again, it's not even like it's. As long as you don't suck as a person and they keep their thoughts on the inside of their head, it's usually chill. Right? Give me a second. Found you were a perfect time tonight. Suffer from chronic pain. There's an absolute peak. No relief from the meds. I'm so sorry to hear that. Okay. Hang on, guys. I gotta lock in. Derpanduin. What weapons and fighting styles would you associate with the following elements? Let's start. Fire. Fire, I am going to say a whip. As I think about it, rolling, and licking out at people for quick moments of searing hot pain. But it takes a long, prolonged time to do a lot of damage with fire. Like, you have to stay in it for a while for it to start hurting you. I mean, the more intense the fire is, obviously, the worse that can get. But I would say that repeated lashes are the thing that will hurt you and start burning you. So I'm going to say that a whip is good for fire. For lightning, my first thought is a spear, oddly enough. Right? I think about a spear for lightning. Obviously, you've got the Odin meme there going on, right? But obviously, like, it is my lightning rod, it is my conductor, and a sharp whoosh, right, is going to do a lot of damage to somebody. It is like an explosion through them. If I also had to say lightning, I would say a cannon. I know that sounds crazy, but like a cannon, right? A cannon or a larger firearm, because it is a large crack followed by a tremendous amount of damage with a little bit of time in between, right? The moment of the lightning striking is huge. It does a lot of damage. It really waylays people. But afterward, there's usually a long time before another lightning bolt strikes. That's your reload time. That's your time in between. So, like, a cannon would also be really cool if you don't want to do that. Wind. Something for the wind. Oh, my gosh. What is a weapon that is good for the wind? It's an easy trope to follow, but allowing fans to be the thing that guide and cause the wind is really cool. If you do not want to use a fan and you would like a different trope to follow, and you don't want to fall back into that same sort of, it's a fan, it does wind things, ha 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 ha. Gosh, a sling. A sling would be very fun for the wind, right? As you hear it rushing past you, as you hear it doing its thing, I think that a sling would be really fun for wind. I think you could make a lot of really cool things happen from that, and the rock itself could carry itself through the wind that is being used behind it. I think that you could mess with the trajectory, the arc, and the aim with a sling. I think that would be really cool. Ice, gosh, a weapon for ice. I mean, ice would be fun to do too, like ice pick grip knives, right? Like holding them down, facing downward, right? I think that that would be incredible, and that would allow you to like shoot out like sort of icicles, extending the range of your thrust to make up for the deficit in range that you would have. Although then you would have David and Clark arguing that you should just hold them in foregrip and make them fully like ice picks. Although if you wanted to do ice and you did rapier or épée, that would be very fun as well. However, just thinking of the ice itself, because you've got wood and earth and steel, and those would be fun for maces and stuff. But like I think ice, something brittle but damaging. A spear might not be bad for the ice as well, you know? Like having something so that, like, because there were those old spears. I forget what they were called, but I think we're getting into the Roman Empire, which means there are a couple of historic channels that are about to yap at us. But, like, they had these spears that had intentionally thinned down spear shafts so that when they landed, they were bent and crooked and could not be thrown back. I think that having an ice spear that you throw that goes through and then shatters on impact would not be a bad idea, especially because they can't throw it back at you. I think that would be really good. And then you've got the ice cutting through you or piercing through you, and that's very fun. For water, I know that we've already used whip for fire. So for water, ooh, gosh, what would be good for water? Trying to think of individual weapons that would be very fun. Oh my gosh. Poi! I know poi are technically used for, like, fun sort of performances and dance and ceremony and stuff like that for Native Islanders, a couple of different tribes and, you know, different islands entirely. But poi, I would say, would be really fun for water, right? They move, they flow, they're constantly shifting and changing, and then you can rip that current through and smack people pretty hard, and that allows you to make up for the range deficit if you are able to summon the water to pull them into the swings and or use that water to sweep them off their feet, like using poi to swing around and create tides and sort of whip water out would be incredible. So don't sleep on poi, P-O-I for that. And then wood, something for wood. Oh my gosh. Wood is driving is linear. I mean, it's easy to go with a bow, right? A bow would be spectacular for that. But what would be good for wood? I would say, gosh, probably something like a cudgel. Some sort of staff would be great for wood, right? If I am able to swing that staff and some will call them like reach out and have the staff grow in length and become gnarled, that would be incredible. Being able to just pull the staff from the ground, like take roots in a root system and reach over to go and just like druid craft yourself a staff would be incredible. The staff could turn into like a cudgel as well with a gnarled knot at the end of it for extra bludgeoning damage. I think that would be really cool. Earth, so I'm assuming stone, unrefined stone for earth, or dirt or sand. Because gosh, what do you want earth to be? Is that the mud? Is that the dirt? Is that the sand? What is your earth there? I would say that for earth, this is soaked long enough I can start scrubbing it. Thank goodness. I would say for earth, oh my gosh, because we've done a lot of different stuff. We've got our cudgel. What would be fun for earth? Tonfas would be cool for earth powers, I think. I think that tonfas would be fun. The nature of holding a tonfa and the way you stand with it is already really impressive, but maybe I'm thinking a little bit of Cassante. Maybe that's what's pulling this. What weapon would be good for earth? My goodness. What feels good? What feels good for earth? Caltrops. Spikes, area of denial stuff for Earth would be really fun. Being able to throw like naturally occurring like sharpened rocks or crystals or stuff like that as like caltrops, something to damage yourself on, I think would be incredible. And I think would be a really fun way to play with Earth, having that be about area denial more so than just what Earth normally is, which is the haha, I have stone, I hit you, bonk, 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 bonk. But I would say some level of like sort of espionage tools, like pebbles or stuff like that for people to slip on, making terrain difficult, throwing sand in people's eyes and blinding them. I would say that Earth, if you want Earth to be something, it is about improvised tools, right? And improvised tools from the Earth that allow you to set traps, move stuff, set up area denial. I think that would be fun. I don't know if that's the right lane for you, and I'll read comments later. I'm just not reading them right now as I sit on this question so I can chew on it, but I'll get down there in a second. And then for steel, I mean, a sword. Like I feel like a sword would be perfect. Instead of it being bludgeoning, it's this honed edge. So any sword that you want is that steel motif. However, gosh, there's so many fun options. Oh man, what do you want for that? I feel like hook swords in particular could be steel because there's so much of them and there's so much to do, and they are rigid and they are structured and they are safe and they are malleable and they can be all these different things. I would say, yeah, that's what I would say for my list. Now I'm going to go down to the bottom and see what you guys said. Let's see. Water arrow. This was a Pete question. Isn't there a dangly part of your hair annoying because it's in front of your eyes? Not really. You get used to it. It doesn't bother me, and then I can tuck it behind my ears. But hopefully that helps. We'll see what you guys think of those, because I think that's really cool. Wait. Hang on. What is that? All right, gonna ask the wise monk guy, do you respect people's beliefs if they're against the LGBTQIA? Like, and Christian openly says they don't support it, but they treat queer people as the same as straight. Okay. So, tap maxing, let me give you my answer on this. First off, I think that if we zoom out, so Ben, yeah, I don't care who you are, just don't suck as a person, right? Like, I don't care how you identify, I don't care what you represent, just don't suck, right? You're entitled to all of your beliefs, thoughts, and opinions. It is when you start making those affect the outside world that there might be issues, right? I can believe, it's going to sound terrible, but I'm going to give you the most extreme example. I can believe someone's life is worth less than mine. But the moment that I act upon that thing and actively harm their life or attack their life because of that belief is when it's an issue. Beliefs on the inside don't hurt anybody. Beliefs on the inside don't hurt anybody. Let me say it again. Beliefs on the inside don't hurt anybody. The things that are in your head do not hurt people. It is when those things on the inside of your head get taken out of your head and start to become actions that it harms people. So I'll be completely candid. I don't care what you think of who or what group. As long as you are not actively harming them or stopping them from existing, I don't care. Think what you think. You're allowed to have that thought. What you do with that thought becomes the issue. Yeah? And I think that's how a lot more people should be. And I think that they forget that them yapping or saying nasty words counts as it being an outside thought, right? When the thing on the inside of your head we call a thought starts to affect the outside world, that is when things can become an issue. Those are my genuine, earnest thoughts. Let's see what else we got. Same old punch, schmeckle, gobble. Oh my goodness, you guys are insane. What does that even mean? My case, and then can be helped something a lot. Bulldozer grab to change. Mecha meteor hammer. Yes. A bulldozer swinging around a tree, branch, or a stump would absolutely be it. Finished a book series I'm working on for ages. Wheel of Time, great series. I recommend. Looking into some recommendations if anyone has any. Oh, book recommendations. Wow, wait a second, hang on. That's amazing. Vic, my grandpa always said, my right to swing my fist ends at your nose. That's solid. That's solid. Wow. Vic Garofalo, if you don't mind, I'm going to share that as a whiz dump. That's incredible. If you don't mind, I would be happy to share that. I'll check for your confirmation later. Let me see. Worst because there's no good solution. Yeah. Balloon. Let's see. Yeah, that's incredible. Thing is, people use religion as their excuse for their bad behavior, and it's just coming from that person, not actually the religion. Yes, yeah, Nick, a lot of people use a lot of different excuses to make their behavior justified, right? What they're really trying to justify are their thoughts, and they don't get that. You cannot always justify those actions, but you can indeed justify those thoughts with logic, even if I believe they're wrong, which I do, right? I believe that those thoughts are kind of crazy to have, but yeah, and that's the thing, right? Like, the same logic that allows me to justify my beliefs and thoughts is the same one that allows it to justify your religious beliefs and thoughts. That's fine. I don't care. You live what you live. You do what you do. But the moment that what you live and what you do affects the people that I care about, affects the outside world and starts harming people, that's when it's a problem. That will always be when it's a problem. That's when it's spooky, right? And I mean, like, that also is really easy to lock people into never making a decision and never acting ever, right? Because everything that I do in life at some point is going to bother or harm someone. Like, it's going to change someone. It's going to impact someone. It has to. We're all interconnected. What my left foot does pulls my right foot forward, you know? But, like, yeah, it's a rough one. And it's not like there's not a good answer. The good answer is to do your best to make sure you're the best human you can possibly be. Like, that's the winner answer. And everything past that also gets difficult, you know? It's tough out here. All right, what else we got? Let's see, for Vic. Looking for Vic. Grandpa was a very wise man. I miss him. Please share his wisdom. I would love that. His name was Walter. Well, I will be happy to espouse some wisdom from Walter, Vic. Thank you for remembering it, keeping it to heart well enough to share it. Thank you. Reconnecting. There we go. I just started watching you and really enjoyed watching you do all the simplest of weapons you use. I like the simplest of the weapons you use. Oh, thank you. Thank you. What do you think? There it is. What do you think is the simplest of weapons you use? A stick. I like a stick. Sticks are simple. They bonk things, and they bonk things real good, real hard, real fast. Love me a good stick. Oh, love me a stick. Bludgeoning tools overall. Let me see. I gotta work out. Go do it, Ryan. I started a little rope dart. I don't know where to start. I just started a little rope dart, but I don't know where to start. What do you mean? I've got some karate experience, if that helps. The Greg Bard. You said something very silly just now, and I like it. I just started a little rope dart, but I don't know where to start. Brother, I need you to understand that what you just said out loud was, I'm actively swimming in the shallow end, but I don't know where to start to learn swimming. You've done it. You've succeeded. You've got it. If you need more work and you need more help, there's plenty of places you can look. You can look to the people swimming in the deep end. Go ask them, go talk to them. But saying, I don't know where to start as you are actively treading water or standing in the water is so silly in a way that I adore. That's phenomenal. Yeah, you've already started. You're already doing it. If you need advice or places to look, my meteor hammer work translates 1-to-1 from most things to rope dart work, which is fine. So you can always look for that stuff. Not just the videos I have that I post on a daily basis, the shorts, but like I have some playlists for beginners, if you're interested in that. However, if you need more stuff, don't forget the Patreon exists and I can teach you over there. I do not charge money because I think I deserve money. I charge money because it lets me do more stuff for people. And you guys funding that helps me to make sure that everyone has access to the things that I love. It's crazy, it's roundabout, but that's how I'm going to use my money. Does that make sense? Okay. Give me a second, let me scroll down. War character. Gonna leave y'all. Bye, food and such. Take care. A pleasure to have you in. Let me see. Eyes protection. The idea started with physical stuff. War character. And she wields light. You can do light. Oh! I have a character and she wields light. What kind of weapon do you think would fit to use with light? What kind of weapon would fit to use with light? I think you could be really silly. And if she wields light, you could give her like a flashlight. Not like a physical one, but like she can turn it into a hard light construct that she can whip around like a flashlight, like one of the big ones that you could use as like a club. I think that that's too funny to pass up. However, if you're looking for a little bit more like mystic and you want a little bit more gravitas to that, light as a weapon. Let's see. Gosh, what weapon makes sense? Light as a weapon. Like light that you can harden into things. Like, arrows are always cool, but it's kind of like tried and done. You know what? Fans. How does that relate to the light? What are you talking about? She can wield hard light. Can she change the colors? Is she like prismatic with it, or is it just this glowing like gold light? Because if she can use fans, having her do like LED flow fan stuff, but use that for attacks instead is the coolest thing on the planet. I gotta tell you, as someone that's watched a significant other do fan work that's LED and been mesmerized, that's kind of the whole vibe. Let me get back down. Have kind of the same hair as you do, and wanted to ask, maybe 2 strands of hair in front of your face. How you did the 2 strands? They're dreads. Like they were originally braids. They stayed in for a while. I decided I wanted to keep them forever, and my girlfriend turned them into dreads. Big shadows depending on the light manipulation. Yeah, very much so. Very much so. As much as I love the others, you and Blumenek are my faves, the Mimex. Oh, thank you so much, Roy. That means a tremendous amount. Lantern shield with a small sword. Lantern shield would be dope. That would be so fun. And just make the entire thing out of light. I like that a lot. That's tremendously cool. Let's see. Kind of generic. A lot of beams and some flying. Want to clean my bong after? You're crazy. I ain't even cleaning mine. Are you kidding me? I'll clean it later. I'll look at it and go, I'll clean that later, and then not. Anyway, left for a second, so you can eat a lemon. I will eat a lemon. I gotta eat a lemon Wednesday. I know it took me forever, but I'm gonna go do it. But I have to do like a trick shot at it and then eat the lemon, you know? That's the deal. Or I'll tie it on a rope and try and eat it while it's flying. Like try and take bites out of it while it's midair. I'll have to do that with like a safe rope and then send it at my own face and try and catch it. Yeah, it's a lot of dishes. I've been here for a little bit. Most of the time I've spent talking, though, to be fair. But we're almost done. And then I gotta go do trash, and then I gotta go take care of stuff. I'm gonna keep doing my work. I hope you guys can do. Are we candying? No, I'm not candying the lemon. I'm eating the lemon. I don't need it to be candied. I'm just gonna send it. Were you cooking in all the dishes, or what are you cooking in all the dishes you are cleaning? At the moment, nothing. I'm just cleaning them. I will cook something later. Let's say a boxing glove with a rope. Yeah, it's a great meteor hammer, and I am happy to use one. A boxing glove on a rope is spectacular. Why does everyone insist on candying lemons? Lemons are awesome. I eat them like oranges. You're insane and feral. And I adore you. Thank you so much for joining my side, whatever that is. If I could be anyone in the entire world, I'll be you. Thank you, Dylan. I appreciate that. That means a lot. Also, no. No, sweetheart, no. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. You should be you. And I realize that sucks sometimes, but if you are looking and pining for other people if you're pining to be other people, you are actively squandering all the amazing things about yourself. If I sat and I looked up at all the people that I wanted to be. You know what? Okay, so real talk, real Ben. So like I get asked a lot of times, like if you could be anyone in the world, who would you be? Me. Me, and not me because I think I have everything figured out or everything's perfect, but me because I know my life's the best and I can interact myself the most. Right? I can interact with me. I know me. I know what skills me has. I'm not anybody else. I don't know anybody else. I'm crazy. Yeah, please be you. Please be you, Dylan. I appreciate that you value me so much. But please be you. My goodness. So little belief in ourselves lately is what I've noticed. What a community. Alright, lovelies. I have officially done all of the dishes. This is going away, and we need a new one. I hate to tell you all this, but the next part is not glamorous. It's going to be trash. And I'm not going to bring you guys around me for the trash. That's going to be like my next big to-do. So, it's been officially 2 hours of doing dishes. Some of that was talking, some of that was doing dishes, some of that was letting them soak. But all of it was a vibe. Thank you for the W. I appreciate you guys greatly. I'm going to give this, I know that there's some lag time on the chat. I'm going to give this like 30, 45, maybe a minute, right? But I'm going to go ahead and bounce out here soon. I'm going to go take care of the trash and do everything else I need to do. It's been a pleasure to hang out with you guys today. Thank you all so much for your time, your compassion, and your vibes. You guys are the reason that I get to do what I do. I have some really cool videos coming out here soon. Because one of the neat things that I got because of your guys' love and dedication is I got better lights at the dojo. So I'm going to start upgrading my footage and my videos with better lighting. It won't be for everything, but trick shots where I can do really neat cinematic stuff, I'm excited to take you guys along for the ride on. Because being able to share with you guys trick shots in the way that they make me feel on screen is going to be the coolest thing ever. I appreciate you guys so tremendously much. We are officially at the end of stream. It's been an honor to vibe with you guys. Tuesday night, I don't think we're playing anything on the MinMax channel, so it'll be more Halo. And then Wednesday night, it'll be more Halo. I might be able to get done with all of Halo, or at least the first Halo game. By that point, we're pretty close. We're at 2 Betrayals. So we'll see what we can do there. I will see you guys over there. Oh, I missed a spot. Hang on. You guys get to hang with me until I get this off there. But, I mean, it's just an honor to get to vibe with you guys. Don't forget, Wednesday, I might have a live stream with Blumenek in the morning. So if you guys can catch that, great. If not, it'll be up. I realize I don't put any thumbnails on my videos. You'll just have to read the caption on my lives to see what happened in that stream. I'm so sorry. Baby steps. Love you guys bunches. Take care. I'll see you guys later. And be good to yourselves. Stretch, drink some water, take care of yourselves. Just please be a little extra good to yourself today. You deserve it more than you think. Love you guys. I'll see you later. Bye, friends. All right. Exactly.